There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
One interesting thing about today's conversation is that most relationships of today resonate with it. In fact, if we were to conduct a research and see the figures of women in relationships that they are not really interested in, but they are there for personal gains, we would be baffled by the numbers. That's why we are discussing a topic that says, signs she's not interested, but she won't let you go. Welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Kiremi. This is going to be an exciting conversation.
Yes, and I can't wait for this kind of dialogues where we can tell men how to play the game.
Yeah.
As the book says, the playbook.
Yes.
So some of the playbook we are telling them today is how to notice when they're being played.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when gentlemen fall in love, they don't examine the woman's love back to him. They tend to think the woman flows along, the woman submits, the woman follows my leadership.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
Yes.
We think that if I convince her to agree to marry me, that's all. So all men are trying to get us to agree to go with him.
Yeah.
So a lot of women agree for the relationship, but they don't agree for the life. But you did not find out. You come and promise heaven on earth. You promise I should never sweat again, never struggle again, never worry again. You're going over my dead body that a queen like you should struggle and go dance like you. So you
Should sweat.
Okay. You promise to alleviate all struggle from her life, that you're going to always make sure she does not struggle. You promise unrealistic, irresistible offer. Sometimes men overkill. They perform an overkill. They overdo. Fearing rejection. Using too much poetry and Alejandro and soap operas.
Yes.
Men, listen to this formula. You only perform a feverish pitch, a heated pursuit, when you're trying to hit and run.
Yeah.
When you're marrying for life, you cannot apply too much pressure. You will win the wrong people. A prince knows he has things that will attract a woman.
Yes.
So he does not overpromise. In fact, we said a prince reveals himself in layers. When he has money already, he has a name already, all things that are desirable.
Yeah.
He's driving, he's dressing well, he has a life. He doesn't carry that pomp to the first date.
Yes.
He will leave the Range Rover over there, or just Uber to the venue, put the keys far away. You can't put a Mercedes sign. How do you place Mercedes on a coffee date with... You don't show symbols of money before this person knows who you are. In fact, one guy attended that pop a balloon of find love kind of hookup. He introduced himself as a plumber, and balloons flare. People run on plumber. When they asked, they said, I don't want a minimum wage job. I'm already doing better by myself. I don't want to have to lift a man, It's okay. Others said, the dressing also, it doesn't look quite sharp. I would rather not. So they popped balloons. All they were popped. And when he said, I'm taking care of my daughter, I'm a single father, they remain in balloons. They popped the balloons. But only one lady remained the balloon. And she was asked, why you are not afraid of a single father? You already has a child. People are saying, I don't want a man who is trying to be the father of the year and I'm still waiting for him to be the husband of the year. I want us to have our own children. Others were saying, no, why was he left by his baby mama? He must have an issue. And the lady said, I have not had enough. This man has said very little. A plumber and single father. How do I know plumber because of? Is it because he's restarting his career after something? Or what level of plumber? Plumber is also a name. Some people do plumbing only for particular levels of homes. She also said, if I marry a plumber, I will never have to worry about blocked toilets, leaking pipes. I have somebody to fix them. But she said, I want to hear the whole story. Tell me more. It turned out she was the only woman who was correct.
Oh.
This guy was not single father because they broke up. The wife died. They were married. And he was left with a child.
Yeah.
Also, he was a plumber technically, but he had plumbing company that had over 200 branches. He was actually a billionaire.
They missed all that.
So men, that's a play trick by men.
Yes.
You can't put money when you are dating from privilege.
Yeah.
Be careful when you are taught by teachers like me who came from poverty. There's a side of life we must remind you we don't come from that side. You don't apply the principles we applied.
Yeah.
Me, I had to convince with vision and promise and there was nothing in my dressing, nothing in my driving, nothing.
Yes.
My wife married me because my vision was convincing, although my background was disturbing. So sometimes you have a man whose background is very attractive.
Yes.
When you have parents who had money already and you're being set up from here, my friend. You see, a hustler is trying to buy a taxi car. A guy who comes from parents who organize them, he has a fleet of trucks. That's his starting point.
Yeah.
He has 5 trailers.
Yes.
His small company startup. A what? A startup.
A startup.
And he shows up in one of his cars.
Yes.
It's not bragging, that's his life. If that man placed the Range Rover sign, or he comes with the bodyguard and the assistant, the pump. I learned that from my friend who started his law career. We studied law, but he went directly to the bench. Magistrate judges, that's the bench. Lawyers are the bar.
Yeah.
That's on the bench. And that man knew he had such a great future. If you flashed it, he'll win eaters. That wisdom I did not have at that time. So he crafted what a man must craft.
Yes.
An honest but diluted identity, presentation, image for putting in front of people to remove greed, to eliminate lust for people.
Yeah.
That's one thing a man must master. Because the games women play today, because of money, people don't work hard, they want good life, they don't want to work hard for it, they want to just eat your cake, they just want to sit there and you break your back for them, bring life for them, but then they don't want to go out, even assist you, or even support you, or even hold you, or even emotionally invest. Women want the benefit only.
Yeah.
So the man who is coming already having a secured future, my confused future worked for me. My wife had to explain to her parents what that guy does.
He has a vision.
She turned down guys who came with maroon Harrier, maroon good cars. Her favorite color. You know, sometimes the devil knows how to craft.
Yes.
A guy who not only spoils you, he spoils the whole company. How many guys are you? It's okay, you can bring lunch for all of them. So your colleagues, all of them are spoiled.
Yeah.
They're telling you, if you don't want that guy, give him to us.
Please pass him. Yes.
And she just, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. When she finally feels it, she feels it the guy who needs explanation. You know, some people you have to go ahead before they come to actually prepare the ground. to tell people. When you introduce a great man, you also need to go ahead to prepare people. When you also introduce a controversial character,
Go ahead, introduce and warn. Don't ask too much.
you know, those of us who have genuine, humble backgrounds don't have that struggle. I did not have a car key to hide.
Yeah.
Our first date we used a tuk-tuk. But I paid all of it to make sure just the two of us. Don't take me lightly. It's 30 times 5 people, 150. Hired. So me, I didn't need to downplay anything.
Yeah.
And she could only explain, there's this company they work with. I had a plan. I had a fire.
Yeah.
Maybe my plan wasn't that, but I had a fire, and she could sense this is legit.
Yeah.
And she also had other criteria, you know. She needed spiritual resonance, somebody they reason together, those kind of things. Also, a person who is both has high goals but is not high-minded. That's very hard to find, eh?
Yeah.
People have high goals usually also very arrogant, full of themselves. You can't teach them, can't contribute.
Yeah.
They dictate your own.
Yeah.
So when she balanced all that, she said, let me go with this. Somebody turns down medical doctors who are already working for very respectable government, secured with packet.
Yeah.
You marry them, your children and you covered, secured.
Yes.
And he comes to you like,
No.
And when your mother knows you have refused doctor, he's like, let me see how you breathe. Maybe. Even my location, they came from was backwards. So she was moving her people backwards. You know, you want to move towards the city civilization, okay?
Yes.
But now if you're taking us back interior, you know. So, yeah, sometimes the man needs downplay, but other times the guy is coming from with nothing to show. He has to have a convincing vision.
Yeah.
That convincing vision, only a woman who is visionary and also has potential can read it and see it and believe it. So we are discussing, you will know as a man, she's getting along for the package you presented, or you look like you already have a life she wants.
Yeah.
When you see the following signs, and maybe you oversold, or you did not know when your status changed. Many men during college, during boyhood, they hang like a pack of boys, like a pack of wolves, marauding pack of wolves, looking for people to just enjoying around. When he becomes a prince, it doesn't click. Many men are just not aware of what they are.
Yeah.
Moses tried to be like a normal man, hit some people, began aggress some people, killed somebody accidentally, buried him somewhere. The news spread.
Yes.
It was used against him. You are not an ordinary person, Moses. You do what other guys do, it will be used against you for years.
Yes.
When you're a prince, you don't get away with some things. You try to convince a woman she was waiting for you to just say hello.
Yes.
My boy club, they can get a woman to their house this evening with just a message.
Ooh.
Yes. Gentlemen.
Yes.
The gentlemen I know,
Yeah.
they are the prize.
Someone who's just waiting.
There are women who can't wait to just get a hold on their life. But he also knows getting the woman there is easy. It's getting her out.
That is tough. That is hard.
Chatting her, starting the chat is easy.
Yes.
Stopping it
Yeah.
is the hard work.
Is hard work.
And he knows that the women who can give him their body are everywhere. The women who can give a brain, a depth,
Is rare.
that's what he can't find. That's why gentlemen changed and they tightened their belts,
Yes.
fastened their shoes, and look. Now they go looking for their soulmate. Because the average woman will just become a cellmate.
Yeah. A cellmate.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
When a man gets a child, gentleman gets a child with the wrong woman, that's a prison. Because he cares for the child so much.
Yes.
He wants to be there for the child. He ends up being there in the wrong family, there in the wrong marriage, there, with the wrong time, misplaced. Many gentlemen are misplaced. They took too long to know who they are.
Yeah.
The first sign this woman is just there for the meantime is when she keeps the relationship transactional and shallow. It's how you help her financially. It's how she helps you with her body. It's how she occupies your space. It's how you occupy her space. It's you meet weekends. Routine. A routine settles.
Yeah.
A routine settles. Where there's no progress, it's just shallow. Anytime you try to bring a dialogue about where we are going, she's dodgy.
Yes.
Our future, she's dodgy.
Yeah.
She's saying, let's wait, I finish this, finish the other. We'll cross that bridge when you get there. She doesn't see you as the great guy, the dream guy, but you're a good guy for the meantime.
Yeah.
You're resourceful, you're generous. Let me remind all gentlemen that you're going to sell out your inheritance if you take too long to realize that you are the prize.
Yeah.
You're generous, you're sincere, you care, you're a giver, you're a hard worker. You go out. There are men who rise early. There are men who go all out. There are men who deliver. There are men who focus. And they have not known that they are different. They still behave like they're hungry. You cannot walk around hungry and thirsty. Consuming every thirsty trap women post. I was very impressed when a man was minding his business at the beach. Some of these so-called content creators, women who come with nudity, carrying a flower for you, trying to hug you, nowadays the content is just abuse.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to touch you, trying to kiss you. They are filming you. It's a prank. The man didn't respond, and I was very satisfied.
Ooh. Yes.
A woman goes to dress thirsty, just thirst trap.
For content.
You know, you don't know that they have a camera, they're filming, somebody's following them.
Yeah.
And they keep embarrassing men because nowadays it's not safe anywhere. In this era of content creation,
Yeah.
you are on an elevator and somebody comes to hold you, and you are with your wife.
Ooh.
I was satisfied when one of them was given a good one.
Yeah.
Because he grabbed by the hair and returned her reverse.
Yeah.
Grabbed by the hair to give her some good thorough beating. But that man was just the word I gave you, gentlemen, you must do now. He was just stiff, dry, non-responsive. He looked at and he minded his business. Did not even, I don't know, the high five or whatever.
Yeah.
I loved it. He didn't know it was filmed, but that man lives correctly. Sometimes a gentleman must just be stiff, dead to the flesh, dead to temptations, non-responsive. Just return to sender, flat.
I remember last time you said tree stiff.
Yes. Just
Yes.
dry tree.
Yeah.
I tell you, one guy sat on an airplane and he struggled because the lady here had little to live for imagination. Airplane is very tempting, usually very intimate. It's a tube.
Yeah.
It's a bedroom,
Yes.
close,
Kind of thing.
and then you fly. That flying is very emotional. Sometimes you're in the clouds.
Yes.
Literally, you know, you write poems. People write poems about clouds. The aircraft takes you even above over the cloud. Be careful.
Yes.
Careful with airplane. And then at night, if you ever board an aircraft and it's night and it's skies, it's up there, it's in the air,
Hey.
it's lights out, and
The clouds activated.
and there is this lifting.
Yes.
And you know, when you're booking the seat, they don't ask you who to sit with. You just pick a seat. You don't know who's next.
Yes.
So this lady was, very short skirt. And you know, when you are seated, it's very close up. And it's very tempting. And she's open to interaction. She's talking here and there, asking for this. And when people are selling, she's leaning, trying to buy. I love this man. He was just stiff. Luckily for him, it was a 50 minutes. He was just flying from Nairobi to Mombasa. And what he did was put the earphones on, sit at an angle, and away. Kept away and looked away, and they arrived.
You're not tempting me.
Stiff.
Yes.
Nowadays, the drug traffickers use that to begin a conversation with you, so that they create a familiarity. Then they can ask you to help them lift a bag, so that your thumbprints can get into their bag.
Yes.
And then they know they may get suspected and inspected. They want they actually want you to carry the drugs for them across the airport. That's the plan.
Yeah.
They act like they have a child who may even pinch to cry, or they act like they fell sick, or like they're weak, or they're going for treatment, for you to assist them.
Take out the bag.
Then the aircraft security has been notified there's a bag that has been suspected. When they say that they leave you with it.
Yeah.
And your fingerprints on it. That's how you get people are being imprisoned for drug trafficking in international airports because they try to assist a person who appeared friendly.
Yeah, lack of knowledge.
Nowadays you have to be stiff. Even if somebody traveled, they should have planned the traveling. They should be assisted by the aircraft attendants.
Yeah.
Whenever people ask for help, whenever they're crying baby, always point them, the soldier, to them. Or just leave them alone. Sometimes be stiff. That's one place you must be careful. So what happens with men who are being tempted, lured? It's a very hard business to resist, to just be an affect. It's not easy. To be an emotional.
Yeah.
And this is not just about being true to your partner, although it's very part of it, but it's being true to who you are. To the covenants you have with your partner, with your God, with yourself, with your dignity, with your future.
Yeah.
The prince does not realize. Many of them take too long. And this woman maintains the relationship on benefit exchange level. She maintains the relationship on where she gets what she wants, but she does not see you as the dream guy. She has a few things against you, your body physique, your look, something. You're not quite their type. Or her mother doesn't like your tribe.
Yeah.
Their parents don't prefer your tribe. or something. You have a child somewhere, she doesn't like that. Let me tell you, people can notice you are a prince with resource and they don't have anybody in the meantime.
Yeah.
You can make their life easier. That's why she would trap you with sex. When the man turns down the sex, she gets disappointed because now she has no hook on him. Are you getting it elsewhere? And he says, no, I'm not that type. I told you I'm dating celibate until marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you know that? Sometimes when he's a prince, he has to defend himself against women who are pushing for the bribe. Once you start sleeping with her, you are hooked. She will manipulate, siphon. When she finds who she wants, sometimes the women also don't. There are women who don't marry you, not because they're waiting for a better man, but because they're not ready for the burden of marriage. Some women don't want the hard work of marriage. Marriage is hard work.
Yeah.
It's commitment, it's discipline.
Yes.
Many just want to enjoy this man, go to the next, go to the next, go to the next. If they find a weak, foolish man who they can live a double life with, that's the one they marry.
Yes.
That's why the socialites are married to very weak men. Have you noticed that?
Okay.
The socialites, the famous women are married to very weak men.
Yes.
Very insecure men.
Yeah.
Who allow her to go do club entertainment, entertain other men as sexually, anything explicit.
Yes.
And she has a man in the house. To come shake what the mama gave her online. And she has a man in the weak. They must get a weak, unrealized man. Otherwise, they don't marry. And they don't even actually like legal marriage. They keep it hand open door. They feed on your obsession with her. They make you think you are special or something. Or they keep going, coming back to you, because you are foolish enough to keep taking them back.
Yes.
When you are unlucky in this life, you fall into those kind of hands of women. The second sign you shall know that this woman just wants you for a resource is when she's always from one chaos to another. When you're trying to move, now we're going to visit your home, we're going to visit your people. This time now you're doing this, we are registering, we are going for premarital counseling. She finds a quarrel to disrupt the flow.
Oh.
You will find that somehow or other, the day you're supposed to do things is when you're not talking. Somehow or other.
Yes.
The day you're supposed to go to your home, to go to AG, register this and the other.
Yeah.
That's when she screamed, quarreled, God suspected you with this girl, said you don't treat her this way. Your people talked to her this way. She think you will see a pattern of storms when there's time for commitment.
That's very intentional.
Yes, very narcissistic.
Yeah.
Narcissists use false chaos to escape accountability, responsibility. They're buying time to continue using you.
Yeah.
They're buying time to continue getting you. And now, the other side men may miss is that the woman who wants to use you will be very quick to get a child with you, because a child is a way to get money without marriage. A child is a way to get money from you without marrying you.
Yes.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
She'll put that child in the wrong schools just to save for the money from you. She'll go to the wrong neighborhood. And by just getting the child with you, they can eat you for 18 years. And because you love peace, they'll threaten to blow up the peace that you give money.
Yes.
Men have not been told this. It's only recently we realized. Gentlemen, what they like to blow up our peace, what to say for the peace of mind, you just send the money. They demand so much money, and if you don't give it, they appear at your work. They scream there. They come scratch your car. They come to your house. They lock you out. They stay at your gate. They quarrel your landlord. They quarrel your friends. They call your mother. They call the other part. They appear here. They know enough chaos will get you to submit.
Yeah.
They cause chaos to get the money they want. If men knew by just keeping your zip locked, this kind of women will have no hold on your life.
Yeah.
But if you sleep with her, she'll get pregnant with someone else and say it's yours. And you have not said.
Yes.
She'll take you forever to prove it. You sleep with her once, she said you have been sleeping with her, you have used her. Even if you did once under her influence, she has got hold of your leg.
Yes.
Gentlemen have recently only found out that when a man has broken his back, burnt the midnight oil, gone out of his way to build a name and a career, now women are coming to your life as your girlfriend for 2 years to get a child and then launch themselves as content creator.
Yeah. It's happening.
With your name and your money.
Yes. And they'll drag you in it for so long. Everything they type, it has your name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you become the reference point. They become content creators, influencers. Gentlemen never knew that the game has changed. That they can only find a true soul, one true soul. A billionaire was asked his advice for creating, I think it was one of the richest guys in the world, said, forget about women and get that one woman who loves you for who you are.
Yeah.
And stick with that one. Make sure you're fighting the battles against the world for you and your woman you marry. No, you're not fighting your woman because of the world.
Yeah.
Once that is the reverse, you have reversed that disorder that is there in the world, that when men are famous, they are unfaithful. When men have money, they are infidelity.
Yes.
I just want you to know that it's no longer the game the way it used to be. Men now know that women use quarrels and strife. They disrupt peace because they know you love peace. Men are very vulnerable, like lions. When a lion, they say like a chicken can chase a lion from its cage if the chicken makes enough noise. Men are like lions. They need peace. They're very vulnerable to chaos. They need peace to perform as a CEO, to perform as an artist, to perform as a leader, to perform as anything. The man needs what?
Peace. Even to perform as a husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they keep calling the quiet, will you bring me peace? The word peace is very big for men. Because without it, he can't deliver.
Yes.
The stress causes him to overdrink, to overthink, to be confused, to be depressed, to be stressed.
Yes.
But calmness, alignment, quiet support, that man will outdo himself. That man will exceed expectations.
Yes.
But what does the chaotic woman do? Exactly disrupt the peace. And they have come up with many crooked ways of disrupting the peace. Sending you bombard messages, 72 messages, missed calls. Your phone can't rest.
Yes.
These men, I tell you the truth, go asking around those men you see who have a peaceful life. Try it. The men in your contacts, in your circles, who don't show lust, you work with them and then they're not thirsty for every female thing. Don't be keeping quiet now, bring it up. You know, I notice you're not, a lot of men turn heads at women. You don't do that. It will always boil down to, I learned long time ago, I'm the hunted. I'm no longer the hunter. Just because I'm driving a car.
Yes.
Just because I have a family.
Yeah.
Just because I have a decent. Women are looking for us. And they have left Koinange Street. They are on every street.
Yes. They've come closer.
They left Koinange Street.
Yes.
It's not in nightclubs. Drive around in any street and women start giving you body language.
Yes.
A random street anywhere.
Yeah.
They will tell you it has changed. It's no longer about sex now. It's about our peace. They want to steal our peace.
Yeah.
And one woman can torture 3 men about the same child. She gets child, but all of you are their fathers. There's a paternity court in the US that is very rampant.
Yeah.
Men come in to find out whether they're the father because he thought he was the only one sleeping with her. Many of these women trade their body.
And they realize so late.
Yes. You come to know when you've been trapped, put in there. Now, if you're only talking about pregnancy, how many diseases don't get to the court?
Yeah.
How many lack of peace? Chaos. Imagine courtroom drama for 18 years. Child support for 18 years.
Yeah.
Being separated with your heart, your child, you look at your son, you cry.
For years.
But he's taken away from you. You can't even talk to him on the phone. You are being told that you are a devil. And you sit with him there looking like you, but his spirit has been contaminated.
Yeah.
You'll be crushed. By the time you agree, maybe let me let go. And let me build life. It's heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Men have not been warned. But the moment you notice that a woman likes quarrels as an escape, the men who tame their horses, the men who control themselves, the men who hold themselves and marry right will be the saviors of our society. They'll be the stable fathers. They'll be the reliable husbands. They'll be the leaders we can trust. They'll have integrity in every area of their life. these men will be lead even when they are not genius, even when they are not extra talented. For just their character, their honesty, their stability, is the teacher who is trusted by the students. Is the worker, who is the banker, who can be trusted with all the monies, who the manager can leave sensitive duties, and there's no quarrel. This will be the salesperson who is trusted by customers because they help customers solve problems. They don't just solve things.
Yeah.
They don't just sell. This is a computer person who is employed in a small cyber and it brings so much money and the employer has nothing. This is the Joseph who the Pharaoh gives everything except the food he eats. Those are the men.
Yeah.
They exist. Don't let this culture confuse you. We are many. And I meet them. They say, bro, we are together. I see them every day. I told you to look in church. They sit with their children.
Yes.
Those men babysit. This is my child. Actually, children prefer, because he is rare, maybe he's only available more on weekends. They are with mommy the whole week.
Yes.
When you meet on Sunday, the child is with the mom.
They prefer not
The dad, yes, because it's a break.
Yes.
And mamas are chance now to actually greet people and breathe.
Yeah.
And dad with the kids. You will be amazed at how these men are many. But because they don't know the type of women to whom they belong, many of them attach themselves to the wrong women. Just to tell you that the man knows she's only using you when there's an escape from commitment every time, or there's a rush to get a child.
Yeah.
She wants to move in, get a child. It's a hook. Then she moves on to the next.
Yeah.
The gentleman knows, I want proper marriage after analyzing character, going through the process. When a woman is cheating, when a woman is not true, she knows premarital counseling, marrying properly, visiting parents, she'll get exposed. So she must bribe you with sex.
Yes.
If you refuse bribe, she can't survive.
Yeah.
She'll be exposed. You will see it. The anger will get triggered. The dishonesty, the insecurity will blow up.
Yes.
So that woman who is only cheating can be exposed when the man holds himself and realizes, if you're pressuring me to have sex, it means you've been doing it.
Yeah.
That's enough, and he's out.
Yes.
You're pressuring me to have sex. You have to have a child. You want to get my child and torture me to death. If you're talking about moving in together, that's your mentality. We are not even in the same set of values.
Yeah.
If you're talking about that money, or man is sending you money and you're hiding it, you're materialistic. Thank you very much. When a man cannot be manipulated with sex, 90% of the games are out.
Yeah.
90% out.
Yes.
He will marry right 90% of the time. Yes.
Wow, that is so amazing, and I love it, discovering the world of men. Yeah.
Yes.
And now this book that you've written, The Gentleman's Playbook, it is really talking about men and their world. And let me say, it's just too intriguing because I feel like there's too much of a personal touch to this book.
Yeah, that is from the heart.
I don't want to say you are biased, but personal touch is the right one.
You're right.
I love it. I read this book and I was just intrigued by everything. Now, about the topic that we've just discussed, that signs she is only using you. You've written several of them, but I want to read just one. And it says, she wants a relationship but not marriage. This is an obvious waster of your time and consumer of your resources. She will use terms like, let's go with the flow. We will decide when the time comes. Let's not rush things. Your solution is to always date people looking for the same thing as you. If someone just wants to hang out, watch out.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love how you've written this book, and I don't know why. I don't know why this book is written The Gentleman's Playbook, because I feel it's ours too. And I'll recommend, ladies, please get this book for your
to learn our secrets.
Yes. Get this book for your men. Honestly, if they don't see it, if they don't watch the show and you have watched it, this is a book you need to buy for him. He may not buy it. You know, men are slow in these things, yeah? And then, I don't know, men don't, even when men are sick, they don't go to the hospital. They wait until they are too sick.
True.
But as a woman, you can take that and call the doctor or push him to go to the doctor.
True.
It's the same thing with the books, yeah?
True.
And I feel this book, The Gentleman's Playbook, even the colors.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. I saw this book and I was so excited about it. And I don't know, the colors are just so smooth. I don't know if it's because it's a gentleman's book and I'm getting attached to this.
Yes.
Yes, it's an amazing book that you need to get on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. Please go there and sort that man and yourself as well. See you next time.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential.